Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm gonna talk about the economy prediction of India from August 2026 to July 2027. Without further ado, this is the Caldic spread for the next 12 months for the economy of India. And after this spread, I will go into the monthly. So first of all, we see the chariot card at the beginning of this spread, which represents the previous situation. Chariot card means sometimes it can mean the battle that was happening around India, um, and there was a struggle that India had to deal with. And for me, I think this is about maintaining the neutral position in the world events on the world stage. We do see the black lion and the white lion in the chariot card. And then the driver is trying to maintain the momentum without um, disrupting the two lions. So I do think that India was trying the best to be neutral, and it was not easy for India to do so. Um, Currently, the sun position, it is about clarity. Clarity. Let's dive into what is the clarity. Okay, so right now the clarity is about the third house and the second house. The third house is about communications, and then the second house is about money. So India is or will be realizing something about the money situation, their income. They will be focused on uh, thinking about whether they are earning enough money or not. Are they being paid enough? Are they being paid fair? Because second house is about income. It's not about the other people's money. So in India, the wage, the salary will be one of the main matters that will be discussed in the next 12 months. Um, Perhaps there are situations where people are waking up. The people work so hard, but they probably feel like they are working for nothing, or maybe um, they don't feel like they're being treated fair, by the corporations or even by the government itself. So the sun is about the clarity of this matter. The Wheel of Fortune card covering the sun energy. Um, so there will be a change, and the change will be affecting the clarity of the situation. So perhaps there is a momentum about getting the clarity, getting down to the bottom of the matter about wages, salaries, um, how how workers are being paid. Uh, there is the momentum to gain the clarity. However, the wheel of fortune is crossing it. That means there can be events that happen um, kind of out of the control, uh, and this can impact the progress of getting to the bottom of the situation. So let's see what is the wheel of fortune. Okay, the wheel of fortune is about the sixth house and the seventh house. So it is about the day-to-day routines, um, things related to healthcare, And the seventh house is about partnerships. Um, so there are partnerships in regards to creating jobs, creating uh, it can be even related to the healthcare system. um, I think that this wheel of fortune energy can be actually um, blocking the progress of people getting to the bottom of things. um, I think there will be some changes made by the government or the corporations, um, and the change will sort of cloud the clarity. Okay, what the wheel of fortune will bring? Okay, it will bring the emperor energy, seven of pentacles energy, the authority reviewing the situation and the problems, looking back. And then the strength card, it is about tempering the instincts. So okay, and the moon energy, something unknown. Hangman is to release something, to sacrifice something. Page of Swords and a Ten of Swords. Okay, so about the Wheel of Fortune card, the authority will be looking back into similar matters about wages, about salaries, and then they will try to temper down the situation, um, because definitely there is the population which really is not happy about the situation, and they really want to uh, do something to catch the attention. So positive changes can be made. But however, the people in authority, they will be downplaying the situation. um, they will even try to um, because I do get the moon and hangman, so something under the carpet will be released. Some secrets will be released, because the hangman is about releasing things, and then the page of swords and the ten of swords. So there will be secrets being revealed um, in the Indian, I mean, the economy of India. Um, and this might or might not be related directly to the wages. However, no matter what, the revelation will be impacting um, the wages and salaries, those kind of things. Okay, so at the bottom of the spread, the Ace of Wands means the removal of obstacles, new ideas. So in India, the energy of the economy is trying to remove problems and try to um, embrace the new situation and to seek for new initiatives, which is always a good thing, um, because they have the intention to make the adjustment to remove the stagnation, and the problems that were burdening them. Let me see. Ace of Wands. What is that? Okay. Ace of Wands is about fourth house, 11th house. Fourth house is about home and family. 11th house is about the future generations, innovations, and the collective. So something about the homeland security, the borders can be um, something that is very crucial for India, like the tariffs, um, and they tend to think more about the foundation, the homeland security of their country. Uh, like moving forward, they don't want to be insecure about their homeland. So so in this case, I think they are aware of the fact that their economy is highly influenced by the world events and the other countries, and they're trying to make themselves more secured in this situation. Um, so I feel like they're gonna be relying more on themselves, or they are actually having the awareness of this. And also the fourth house and the 11th house, when I combine these two cards, what I can think about is they are trying to encourage people to have families. Um, Perhaps the birth rate, eh, there might be a tendency to drop, and they don't want that to drop. So they're trying to uh, create incentives for people to have babies. And in this case, I can see there will be adjustments about the quality of life, the quality of housing, because I do feel like there are problems why some people in India, some people, not all, but some of them, they might not want to have babies at this point, or maybe in the recent times. And the economy definitely needs uh, people to drive it further and to have the growth. So birth rate can be a significant factor that um, the economy will be focusing on in the long run. Okay, so the Lovers card at the top of the spread, it means making a choice. It means passion. Um, so I think the economy of India, they will still be wanting to be in the middle of something, um, kind of like a mediator. Like they don't want to get into the conflicts, so they will be trying their best to have both worlds. Like if okay, I collaborate with A in these certain ways, and then I also collaborate with B in certain ways. Um, so as a result, they want to be in a in a balanced way of trading with the others, and based on shared values. However, we do see the Five of Wands. So what is Five of Wands? Okay, so Five of Wands is about the fifth house, and the fourth house. So fifth house is about creativity, gambling, younger generations, and the fourth house is about foundations. Um, so there would be conflicts about um, the younger generations, how they see home and family. Um, and the younger generations might face some issues about housing. Issues about housing, um, issues about the younger generations. Um, so if we're talking about the economy, if we're seeing this Five of Wands, and then the fifth house and the fourth house, okay, so I would interpret this as the younger generations, they might have a different point of view about the economy. comparing to the people who are more traditional oriented. And there will be new things coming into the picture about the economy, and it's not easy for the public to embrace the changes and to embrace the new perspectives about how the economy of India should move forward in the future. There will be a lot of debates about this matter, and there will be a lot of clashes between the older generations and the younger generations, and also between the progressives and the conservatives. Um, but the good thing is, I do believe that from both sides, uh, or from multiple sides, in India, uh, in general, people have an idea of um, the need to have the debates and have the conversation with each other, even though everybody can be coming from a different background, but there is a need to come together and to tackle some of the financial problems. Um, but there can be also lots of arguments. Five of Wands, on the other hand, can be also about multiple sides getting in conflicts about this matter. So whoever India will be making business with or trading with, um, they have to be very careful about getting into arguments, because there can be, you know, there must be the common interest, but common interest doesn't always exist um, throughout partnerships. So there can be conflicts about, the share of interest, um, that kind of thing. Okay, so Five of Cups, we do see that there are disappointments. Um, so what are the disappointments? Okay, so it's about second house and 12th house. Okay. Second house, 12th house. Second house is about earnings, income. 12th house is about the secrets. It can also mean foreign lands. Um, so the economy of India, it will face a problem about the money, the profit that they are making. Like, are they making enough money? When they investigate the profits, um, the profits of the companies that are investing in their country, the money that they are making, um, on foreign lands, those companies, because they come from other places. And when India compare the income with the other countries, with the other, the companies from other places, they will feel like, oh my God, how come that this can be true? Like, why we are earning this little comparing to them? So that there will be the awareness of the income, um, the profits that they are making. However, we cannot be ignorant about the fact that different countries have different types of economy. And if people tend to just crunch the numbers and feel like, oh, our numbers is not as good as yours, without considering the cultural, um, the environmental, and the political aspects of the matters, then people will just, sink into depression and feel like, oh, okay, we're not being treated fair, and we have to make the adjustment. The adjustment can be a good one. Changes can be a good thing. However, um, there is a need bring in the balance, not only in the relationships with the trading partners, but at the same time, um, even even though the economy of India might wanting to have a fair trading relationships with the others, uh, it doesn't mean it will come to fruition, because we have to always remember that there are differences among countries and among different economies. So I do feel like India, it has to maintain the balance and harmony within their own system, even though they are aware of the inequality in numbers. Um, but I do think that they will be available. They will be able to maintain their harmony regardless. And there is a need to maintain the harmony and maintain the balance in their economy. Um, Let me see the justice card. Okay. Okay, the justice card is about third house, second house, 12th house, 10th house, ninth house. Okay. Third house, communication. Second house, um, communicating about the earnings and the profits that they are making. 12th house, foreign lands, secret dealings. 10th house, governments. Ninth house, foreign lands, legal system. And then the first house, immediate actions. Okay, so there will be immediate actions um, for the India economy. There will be the motivation and initiatives to communicate with foreign governments, with their own governments, about the earnings and the profits that they're making, because it is crucial to do it immediately. And then hopefully they will try to make a better deal. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups is 8th house and the 5th house. Okay. Knight of Cups is about invitation. It is about having the calling to do something, and because it is a cups card, that means it's not only based on monetary matters. It is also about the beliefs. So, the economy of India, I do see there will be the incentive to seek for common ground and seek for investments that are aligned with their beliefs. They will be trying to attract more investments from other countries. And because the 8th house is about other countries, other people's money, and then the fifth house is about creativity and children, younger generations. So they tend to want to invest, to get the investments from probably younger generations. And to develop the business among younger generations. And that will be the focus of creativity, playfulness. So I do feel like they will try to attract investments in order to develop businesses that are based on creativity, based on younger generations, um, based on playfulness. So there might be more gaming industry boom, uh, there might also be more about. I'm thinking, will companies like Sony, are they going to make more products in India? Maybe. Um, yeah, but yeah, Fifth House is about fun, and then Ten of Cups at the last card. That is about home, family, and happiness. So there will be the happiness among family. So in general, in the next 12 months, the economy of India, there will be a focus of making people feel happy. Um, and I feel like because some people, or maybe many people, are not feeling happy about the economy right now, maybe not simply about the economy. There can be also other problems in the society of India, but the economy will become one of the main factors that can alleviate the pain and you know the disappointments among the public. Um, and there is also the focus of the foundation of family. And I do think like the in the next 12 months, regardless of how the economy will go towards in India, um, the family factor, the family traditions, the involvement of family will be a prominent factor, a factor in um, in the development of the economy. There's also the possibility that they're trying to, have more babies, encouraging more people to have families in order to push forward the economy. Um, and in this case, I would think I would lean towards the explanation of India is wanting to be less affected by the world events on an economic level. So they're trying to, create the demand and supply within themselves, um, while also trying to, make deals with the other countries. Okay, so now let's move forward to the monthly. Okay, monthly. First, we have August, which is this month, August 2026. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about someone um, who is very good at maintaining their own peace, their own space. And if we're talking about the economy itself, at this moment, they're doing fine because they feel like everything is running peacefully within their control. And they don't care much about what's happening out there. However, next month, September, there will be a change which is coming up. And this is about the failing of the partnerships and also the disagreements among people. And when we talk about economy, that means some kind of economic partnerships are falling apart in September. And there will be someone who's kind of, holding on to their beliefs really tight. And, some partners will just go away. And this will be a major thing because in October, the death card coming up, it means transformation because the old ways are falling apart in regards to the economy. So there is a transformation that is coming up in October and it's a complete end of something. However, The death card can also mean rejuvenation. So in the economy of India, there might be things that were from the past, but they are coming back because something is falling apart and they have to rejuvenate some kind of um, ways of earning money, bringing in the growth. Let's see what's the death. Okay. The death is about the second house and the 12th house. Okay. Some form of money, income from other places, they're coming to an end. So I do feel like there is one major investment from foreign lands that will come to an end in October 2026. So, mm, yeah, that can be a major issue for India. And then November, we have the Hermit energy. So when we talk about Hermit energy, it is about introspection, seeking for higher knowledge, and being very wise about the situation. Let me see what's the Hermit. Okay. Okay, the Hermit is about sixth house, daily routines and the job, employment, seventh house, partnerships, third house, communications, second house, income, and the 12th house, something behind the scene. Um, so I do feel like that in regards to the economy, someone who is very wise about the situation, they will step in and they will tackle the employment situation, the wages and the money and the financial situation with a lot of communications that happen behind the scene. This can be related to foreign lands, foreign investments. I think they will try to renegotiate with better terms. Hopefully, the money will keep coming in. That's what they hope for. Okay. So now let's move to December 2026. December 2026, we have the Page of Swords, which is about problem being revealed. And the good side of Page of Swords is about gaining the clarity about the situation, about the problem, so they can tackle with it. So what will be the Page of Swords? Okay, so the Page of Swords is about 4th house, 11th house. Okay, homeland security, the foundation of home, the borders, the future generations. Okay. Okay, so in December, there will be a realization of the security of the homeland and the long-term future, the long-term stability. This can be a housing matter, the long-term housing matter, and how people feel secured. So whatever things that the people of India are not feeling secured about currently, in December this year, the problem will come up, and then it will be very clear. Um, the objective will be very clear, uh, so that problems can get resolved. And I believe that this is about the foundations of the people, um, the basic needs that the people concern about. Okay, January 2027, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about gains, monetary gains. Whenever we see Nine of Pentacles, it is about self-sufficient. So in the beginning of next year, economy of India, there will be gains, and they feel like they have the freedom to choose their options, and they are in no rush. So why we were having this Nine of Pentacles energy? Okay, it is about 6th house, 12th house, 10th house. Okay, so 6th house is about jobs. 12th house is about um, foreign lands. 10th house, government. Okay, so I think that by January 2027, there will be deals that are being made between countries, between governments. So India, they will feel like they have some kind of relief, money coming in because of the deals they made with the other country's government. Okay, February 2027, the star card, it is about harmony, rejuvenation. Something is being revived in the economy. Perhaps people were losing hope for a while because of the economic situation, but there will be the harmony and there will be the hope coming back. So the star energy is about, okay, sixth house, 12th house. Okay, it is about the jobs. Okay, so I do feel like there can be two directions. The first direction is about the job and employment of foreign lands, foreign companies. Perhaps they said earlier, okay, they're withdrawing their businesses, but somehow they come back. Okay. The other thing is um, healthcare. Healthcare businesses can thrive, can get better in the month of February 2027 because 12th house is about hospitals. Um, I feel like there can be some people who are coming back to the workforce because they are being released from prison. They're having a second chance. Okay, so in March, we have the Ten of Wands. It is about pressure, feeling very burdened to do something. So I do think that in March 2027, the economy of India, in certain situations, they have to rely on themselves. It looks like they have made the deals with um, trading partners, and then now is the time for them to get to work and be very focused on it. So before March, they were, you know, trying to get a fair deal or try to sort out some problems about, businesses and, the economy in general. And now they feel like, okay, we have to focus on work now. Hmm. Okay, right now, okay, we're talking about April. Okay, April, we have the Four of Swords energy. Looks like people need to rest because um, because of the hard work, and they also have to be peaceful about the situation that is happening in India. Okay, second house, third house, seventh house, sixth house. Okay, so I do believe that there will be problems about income that will be resolved, and people will keep talking about, okay, what's happening with our money and then our income, what is happening. And a good thing is the fourth swords energy and the seven of house. I do think there will be partnerships that will bring in the peace that people need. um, so the monetary situation, the wages, the salaries, if people are dissatisfied about it, by April 2027, it will come to terms that people feel like, okay, it is kind of settled and we we find our peace eventually. Okay. In May, 2027, Six of Pentacles, it is about being generous, giving the assistance. Okay, so okay, it is about second house, third house, seventh house. Okay, so I do feel like there will be subsidies coming from someone who's wealthy, who has the ability to support the poor. So this can happen in two ways. The first way it can happen is government can be giving more money to the people to support them financially, economically. This can also be partnerships coming from investors, investors who are willing to invest in India, and this will be a feeling of someone being very generous about the poor. um, the lack is being compensated. So I do feel like people will feel happier with that situation. Okay, June to the 2027, the world card means major completion. um, okay, second house, third house, seventh house, sixth house. Okay, still we're talking about money. Third house, communication. Seventh house, sixth house. Okay, financial communications, about partnerships. um, so there will be partnerships about monetary matters. Can it be some form of interventions about the currency of India? Uh, it can be. And there is the partnership, which means there might be financial support coming from other countries to maintain the stability, to maintain the the foundation of the currency of India. It can also mean that something is coming to an end. A partnership is coming into fruition. So two things I can think about is there can be an old financial agreement with whoever was involved in the currency of India, and it is now coming to an end. And I don't think it is a bad situation, because the world card means the something comes into fruition, the objectives are met, things are getting done, that kind of feeling. So I feel like there might be this difficulties about the economy in the previous couple months, and the deals that were being made before, it looks like those deals were culminating in the month of June 2027, and things were being done, and yeah, there is a completion. And I also feel like there, in these 12 months, the currency of India, the financial institutions will be really hectic, because there are a lot of changes in the currency related matters, monetary matters. Um, and whatever that is being debated in regards to finances, in regards to income, there will be a huge culmination in the month of June 2027. Okay, so and then in July 2027, Eight of Cups means walking away from something. So I feel like because of this culmination, going forward, the economy of India will be changing the directions, to seek for something else, um, because they're enlightened in a way that they realize that the old ways of making money, being profitable, is no longer working, and they have to get away from something in order to reach the higher ground. Okay, so Eight of Cups is about Eight of Cups is about first house, eighth house, fifth house, sixth house. Okay. First house is about taking action. Eighth house is about going to somewhere else. Um, Eighth house is about foreign lands, foreign money, foreign people. And then fifth house and the sixth house. Okay. So they will be taking the initiative to um, maybe people from the India, they will travel more to seek for um, creative outlets. So I feel like there will be people from the India, they will be, the second half of next year, they will travel more because they feel like they will be enlightened. Um, in other places, when they travel to different places, they look at the cultures of different countries and the way people are doing businesses over, foreign lands. They will be enlightened and they feel like it is a time for us to branch out and to learn more about foreign lands and how people trade with each other. And it's not simply about making money and making business, because they are aware the playfulness of life. I know people from India, they are in generally very hardworking. Um, and in this read, I feel like the other side of the culture of India is kind of emerging, which is more about having fun, having joy, and having the happiness. And in these upcoming 12 months, in general, I would think that there will be a lot of monetary changes in regards to the currency of India. And then there are a lot of debates about whether people are earning enough or they are not. And there will be disagreements between India and other trading partners. Some big corporations, they might withdraw their business from India. But then after a while, some of them will come back. Um, and I do feel like there might be a point in the next 12 months, there might be a point when foreign interventions could be possible, because of the change of directions in the economy. And trading partners, countries, they have their own agenda. And India will need to be very patient in getting deals done with trading partners. And it's not going to be easy because everybody wants something for themselves. Cooperations in economic sense will be not easy, will be bumpy, but it will return to normal somehow. However, I do think that in general, the economy of India is turning towards more fun and creatively based direction. And it's very likely that in the next 12 months, the things that India is making profit with, manufacturing for, they will overcome great changes, because the energy is shifting towards a different kind of industry, which is about the fifth house. It's about fun, enjoyment, the kids. So there might be more businesses about the kids and newer generations being invented in India. And the younger generations will have more participation in the future of the economy of India. Even though there will be clashes between, the conservative and the progressive. However, I do feel like they will come together and make the agreements in order to move forward on a practical sense. So this is my read for the economy of India for the upcoming 12 months. I appreciate your time and patience listening and watching this video. And if you have questions, if you have certain topics that you would like me to look into, feel free to leave in the comment section, and I will give the feedback when I'm available. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.